Hey everyone, welcome back to another explainer. All right, let's just dive right into this because today we're tackling a topic that literally strikes fear into the heart of almost anyone planning an international trip. But don't worry, by the time we wrap up this presentation, we're going to completely demystify it for you and more importantly, save you some serious cash. We are looking at the ultimate travel connectivity buyer's guide. So grab a notebook, settle in, because you're definitely going to want to remember this for your next vacation.
We have all been there, right? You land in a completely new country, you finally switch your phone off airplane mode, and instantly, this cold sweat breaks out. Are you about to get hit with a massive, totally unexpected roaming charge just for checking an email or loading a map? It's terrifying. For years, our only real options were either paying those completely exorbitant daily fees to our home carrier or hunting down some sketchy local mobile kiosk to buy a tiny, super easily losable physical SIM card that usually required a paperclip to even install. It was stressful, it was incredibly expensive, and frankly, it was just a massive hassle.
And honestly, to make matters even worse, the whole digital obstacle course of just researching a solution nowadays is frustrating. You might literally be met with a real Cloudflare security message that says, "Sorry, you have been blocked. You are unable to access Saily.com." It turns out, simply trying to look up travel data plans online can trigger these automated security protocols that lock you out of a website entirely. It is almost comical how hard it can be just to give these companies your money.
But what's really wild is the sheer scale of what happens when you actually do get through. Get this, 186. That is the exact number of marketing cookies that Holafly, which is one of the top providers we'll be talking about today, wants to load into your browser just by you visiting their site to buy a data plan. I mean, they're tracking Facebook, TikTok, Criteo, Taboola, the whole shebang. It just goes to show how intensely competitive and data-driven this entire industry has become. You aren't just buying data anymore, your data is also being heavily monitored.
But hey, don't stress. We are going to cut through all of those cookies, the blocks, and all that marketing noise. Here is our agenda for today's explainer. 1. The modern travel problem. 2. What is an eSIM? 3. Meet the contenders. 4. The Spain Showdown. And finally, 5. Choosing your companion.
All right, let's start right in with Section 1, the modern travel problem, navigating the digital gauntlet.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 2, what is an eSIM, the virtual hero?
So the absolute crucial point here is understanding exactly what this tech is. An eSIM is simply a virtual or digital SIM card. It allows you to connect to mobile networks without ever needing a physical piece of plastic. What this actually means in real life is that the hardware already lives completely inside your modern smartphone. There's no tray to eject. There are no paper clips required. You're simply downloading a software profile over Wi-Fi that tells your phone's internal chip exactly how to connect to a new foreign network. It's totally invisible, it is instant, and the best part? You can store multiple eSIMs on just one device. And honestly, the setup is just brilliantly simple. It's basically a 3-step process. Step 1, you just find your destination and select the days you're going to be there. Step 2, you install it using a QR code or a really simple setup guide sent directly to your email before you even leave home. And Step 3, you turn on your eSIM when you arrive. That is literally it. You land, you toggle a little switch in your phone settings, and boom, you have instant local high-speed internet. No more kiosks, no more struggling through language barriers at the airport terminal.
Okay, moving right along to Section 3, meet the contenders, the heavyweights of connectivity.
Let's look at the marketplace, because here they are. First up, we have Airalo. Now, they boast coverage in over 200 locations and have a truly massive user base of over 20 million people. They offer local, regional, and global flexible packages. Next in the ring, we have Holafly. Their big selling point? A major focus on unlimited data plans and leaning hard into being an eco-friendly option. And third, we've got Saily. They bring a really cool technical twist to the table, a single reusable eSIM. So you install their eSIM exactly once, and as you travel to different countries over the years, you just load new data plans onto that exact same digital card. Super cool, right?
Bringing us right to Section 4, the Spain Showdown, a head-to-head duel.
Okay, let's put these guys side by side for a hypothetical trip to Spain. Looking at the starting prices, Saily starts at just $3.99 for a 1 GB 7-day plan. Airalo is right on its heels at a flat $4. But then you look at Holafly, and they don't really play in the micro data space at all. Their plan starts at a premium $49.90, but that's because it's a full 30-day unlimited data monthly global subscription. You also see some big differences in activation, which we're going to detail in just a second. And hey, check out the rewards. Saily gives you 3% back in credits. Airalo has a whole referral and loyalty program, and Holafly gives you Ola coins for future purchases. It is clear they all really want to keep you as a loyal customer.
So visually, there is a super stark pricing contrast here. If you are a budget traveler who just needs a tiny bit of data to, check Google Maps or fire off a few WhatsApp messages, Saily and Airalo are your clear entry-level winners for Spain at right around $4. Meanwhile, Holafly's nearly $50 entry point, that's a completely different investment for a completely different type of traveler.
Now, you absolutely must pay close attention to the fine print on activation windows because this is exactly where so many travelers get tripped up. With Airalo, the validity period generally starts the absolute second your eSIM connects to the supported network at your destination. You land, it connects, the clock starts ticking. Simple. But Saily has a 30-day activation period, meaning if you buy it months in advance and don't activate it manually, it's going to automatically activate at the end of those 30 days, even if you are literally still sitting on your couch back at home. So always check the activation rules before you click buy.
But, okay, what if you are a heavy data user? What if you want to stream high-def video, upload all your high-res vacation photos, and just generally not worry about megabytes at all? Well, here is where the math gets genuinely fascinating. Saily offers a 15-day unlimited plan for Spain at $44.90. But for literally just a few dollars more, at $49.90, Holafly will give you unlimited data for a full month. So if you're staying in Spain for longer than 2 weeks and absolutely need unlimited data, Holafly suddenly transforms from being the most expensive option into the absolute best value on the board.
And finally, that brings us to Section 5, choosing your companion, the final verdict.
Let's break this all down into 4 simple, actionable recommendations based directly on everything we just looked at. First, if you're on a tight budget or taking a quick, short trip where you just need flexible, small amounts of data, Saily or Airalo are for sure your go-to providers. Second, if you're a multi-country hopper, like say you're backpacking across Europe over a few months, Saily's single, reusable eSIM technology is incredibly convenient. You literally just top up that one single profile. Third, if you are a heavy data user or you're traveling for a month or more, Holafly's unlimited global plans are really tough to beat. And finally, if you're eco-conscious, the great news is that all of them are a total win. Actually, this quote from Holafly sums up the entire eSIM revolution perfectly. Zero plastic, zero hassle, zero transport. By completely ditching physical SIM cards, you are eliminating the manufacturing, the plastic packaging, and the entire global shipping footprint associated with traditional mobile connections. So you're saving money, you're definitely saving your sanity, and you're actually helping out the planet just a little bit too. It's a massive win-win.
So there you have it. We have successfully navigated the digital gauntlet, we've decoded the tricky pricing, and we've found the absolute best ways to stay connected without ever worrying about those terrifying roaming charges again. The technology is finally here, it's totally affordable, and the best part is, it lives right inside your phone. So the only real question left to answer is, where are you traveling next? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer today, guys. Get out there, explore the world, and definitely stay connected. I'll catch you next time.